a fireside chat. I'm missing the fireplace, but it's warm enough in here, we don't need to have a fireplace. And we've got two gentlemen with us. Let me start with the host of the session. That's Dr. 𝗗𝗶𝗶𝗹 and he will introduce later, or will welcome later, Rainer Schönfelder, and they're talking about why winning isn't always possible. Daniel is the owner at JP Real Estate. He holds a doctorate in law. 16,000 apartments were sold or let by them, 4,255 hotel rooms and 537 buildings developed, and 46,800 cups of coffee drunk. Can you believe that? 48,600 cups. I think that really makes them indeed certified experts in real estate and in coffee. 𝗗𝗶𝗶𝗹𝗶. Rainer Schönfelder, and I love the dress he's wearing, not a dress, but the dress code. It's, I think, to be classified as traditional. Rainer is the managing director of 𝗄𝗶 Group, and you will like it once you see him, I'm sure of that. And it's a company investing in living and in hospitality. Rainer is a well-known and successful alpine skier, a motivational speaker, a singer, as well as a dancer. His legendary sense of humor was possibly best witnessed when in 2007, after a lost bet, he raced down the 𝗹𝗄𝗆𝗆 stark naked. Well, not really. He wore gloves. Rainer Schönfelder. Daniel, you got everything you need? Daniel, you got everything you need?
I got everything. Thanks a lot.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for being part of the Viennese Hospitality Summit. And for me, it's already the second time sitting here. 2.5 years ago, I was sitting here with Michael 𝗚𝗍. Yeah? But this time I'm more happy to be here because I got a colleague of mine, because I'm a skier too, as everybody here.
I know.
And you know.
Famous skier.
Yeah, very famous, yes. But not naked, yes. And yes, I want to welcome Rainer Schönfelder, who is, I just want to know, who knows Rainer's achievements, actually?
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Not too bad, okay. Just to give you a feeling, who is sitting next to me. Rainer is Olympic medalist in slalom and combined bronze 2006. He won the World Cup silver medal in 2005 in slalom and team, and, very important, also the crystal balls. In 2004, he won the Slalom World Cup, and he had 21 podium places on slalom, giant slalom, and so far and so forth. And, not to forget, he's also a famous singer. He entered once the Austrian music chart on the 12th place with pop music. But very important, and not least, he has an investment company called 𝗄𝗶, and he's the owner and the founder of 𝗄𝗶 Alpine Hotels. So let's go to skiing and to the hotels first. Do we actually have now already more hotels or more World Cup victories?
That's very interesting. At the moment, I can count to 10, so that's the reason why I know it. I have less hotels than World Cup victories. But believe me, I will force it that it will change. The last 3 years, as you know, or a few years, it was very difficult to expand, but we have 3 hotels at the moment, and we want to do, of course, more, because the product is fine.
And how does it all start? How did it all start?
It starts with a reality. I was, during my career, in so many different hotels, and I see what I need in the hotel and what I do not need. And I think, according to the guests, what the guests mean or what the guests want in tourism, they want to pay for that what they get. So our system is more in the efficient system. So they get what they pay and not more. So they have that what they get: a good breakfast, a good dinner. They have a good bed. They have lockers, and what we have. This is very special. I pronounce it to you now. We have the biggest or the largest wellness area of the world. It's our nature in Austria. And that should our guests use.
Yeah, right. There are two things I'd like to know. Your partner in this company is 𝗵𝗻𝗆, yeah?
Yeah.
Hermann is supposed to be not the easiest person, I heard.
Yes, I'm convinced.
And he's a very picky person, yeah? How did it come that you convinced him to be part of the show?
Just in combination to me. Who knows 𝗵𝗻𝗆? Hands up. Oh.
This was the wrong sign.
No. Winning races makes sense. Yeah. So 𝗵𝗻𝗆 was a colleague of mine. We go through all the World Cup career and the races. And he once then called me and said, Rainer, I saw you all the time watching the screen of your computer, doing the analysis of stock market and property market while I was training on the home trainer. So now you know the reason, because you know 𝗵𝗻𝗆 more than me. He was more training, I was more analyzing. But at the end, he asked me then if we could do something in the property market, and I'm proud that I could convince him that he's a part of the story. And we do not only operate and build hotels. Our vision is that the new generation, the young children, should have it easy to come in the skiing sector, yeah? Because we love skiing. Austria is, and for sure that you all know, #1 in skiing of the world. Yes, it is. And it should be the next 10, 20 years the same. And Hermann said a sentence, he said, we should do something for the children, that they could learn skiing easily. And this should also has to do something with to get in holidays, to plan your holiday with a very good price-performance concept. And that's what we try to do.
I once heard that if a child doesn't start skiing, it will never start. So
yes,
it's all down when they're small children, right?
Yeah, let's say about the age to 8 to 10 years. If there are many statistic things that, let's say, about when a children does not start skiing to 10 years, when the child is 10 years, the child will never does it again. So then the next generation will not ski, and the next generation will not ski. So we have to force it that children could get the chance to have her first turn on the slope.
Yeah, but I just heard that all the lift passes are getting more and more expensive. It's not affordable as it was. It's also a topic about the ESG discussions. Yeah, is it really necessary to ski and do artificial skiing? So, what is your secret to afford skiing to those people?
If we are true to ourselves, then skiing was always, all the years, all the 20, 15 years ago, always more expensive than other activities or other sports, because you need skis, poles, gloves, helmet, ski suits. So the stuff is expensive, and then of course nobody has the possibility to do skiing in front of the door, yeah, by going by feet to the lift station. So you have to then book a holiday and go for skiing. We all know that, but it was 20 years ago the same, and it was 40 years ago the same. But what skiing is it's an emotional thing, a very, very emotional thing. If one no-skier goes in a ski resort and he learns to ski, maybe with beautiful weather, and the first swing, if the first swing happens, this family, this man, woman, or child will come again and want to feel this feeling again. We know that. We know that. Hermann and me knows that. And we know that of our guests, that they come back even to that area where they learn to ski. So, for example, one of our hotels is in, let's say, 𝗵𝗵𝗆𝗶𝗶𝗹. They learn their skiing the first time. Then they say, oh, now I want to ski in different resorts. But after a few years, they come back to that area where they learned her first turn.
So if I would go skiing with my family, I got 3 boys, yeah? So we have 5 at all. How much would it cost a week, including the ski pass?
Daniel, you have to look in the internet. Watch my homepage, 𝗄𝗆, look. then you can imagine. But it's at least what you get there, it's okay. And you have the feeling when you go out, and I can only tell you the feeling what our guests tell me, that if you go out of one of our hotels, they are happy because they have the feeling, yes, I paid for that what I get. And if they want to get more, they can buy it additional or they can choose another hotel. That's the truth.
And what do you offer in the hotel? So you have Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, I guess. Yeah, you got
of course,
ski service.
Of course, this is included. Yeah, yeah.
You got ski service, I guess.
No ski service. We have a collaboration with all the ski service. There are so many ski service stations around. You do not have to have it at in the hotel. But what we have is a locker room. This is a main thing. What I learned, I did not know. You know, race skiers, you do not have to put in the official locker room. You understand? Race skiers are holy. They have to be in the bed at least. But we have a locker room with a warm locker room. The people go skiing, they come back, they put all the stuff in the locker room. Sometimes the people go without the ski suits in underwear on the room. It's very easy. We have a spa with a small spa with 2 saunas. We have a breakfast and dinner, as I told you. We have nice rooms with nice beds. You could separate the beds. This is also a thing which I had to learn, that many people go in a double room, but they want not to, they will not sleep so close together, that you have to separate the beds. We have a technical thing that you can put the beds not together. You can separate the beds. Then you get new stickers for the entry of your loading station. What else? So there are very small things we try to introduce to build in our hotels, which make it sense to have it very efficient. Yeah.
And what about what I'm interested in? If we scout assets, yeah, we always have to convince the people. We have to convince the mayor. We have to convince the neighbors. Everybody, yeah. Is it easier to be a ski celebrity in terms of convincing people?
I would lie in Austria. I would lie if it's not. Yes, it's easier to take the bonus from my past life with me to get a good lot, to get permission to build on the lot, to get permission of develop existing hotel. It is easier. It takes the same time, of course. Somebody has to build and to get the permission in the right way, but it's easier. And I also do not lie that I would be stupid if I would not use that.
Yeah, and if you buy an asset, yeah, so to say, do you get some discount in terms of if you compete with another investor? You do.
This is very special nowadays, as you all know. This should be really in a fair way. But
do you need another partner besides Hermann?
You mean you? Maybe we should talk, but not in front of these guys.
And most important, do you still have groupies around you?
Yeah. One I have here now.
Okay, so the bonus of a skiing celebrity is still valid.
Yeah. Skiing is so famous in Austria, and it's so emotional. Yes.
Yeah. And if you think about your strategy about your hotels, yeah, are you going for growth? Are you going for settlement? Do you want to expand in other countries? So what are your plans for the future?
Now, we are still small at the moment. We have 3 hotels in different countries, one in Upper Austria, in 𝗄𝗏𝗹𝗶, one in the 𝗄𝗶𝗆𝗹𝗶, and one in Carinthia, in Bad Lannkirchen. My vision is that Austria, alone in Austria, we could build 10 to 15 hotels of our concept, because the main thing is that I grew up in this typical sheep pension. Do you know sheep pension? Sheep pension. You know? Sheep pension, very cheap. Only breakfast, the dog and the cat from the farmer goes through your room. And this sheep pension, which was very nice, was so the entry level for many guys that they say, okay, let's try and do winter holiday and book. And they go down, they close. Different reasons for that are there. And so this level for entry, to get the emotion in a holiday from from a ski holiday, which we wanna represent. This is our goal.
I have another question concerning sustainability, ESG, and so far and so forth. Yeah, what are you doing for that?
This has to do something with my private life. A few years ago, I built a house, 100% energy standalone, electric car, that's it. In this case, I'm a freak. Let's say I'm a freak. So, for example, 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗹𝗶, we have a big photovoltaic system on the roof with a battery system in a cellar. So we have all the buildings are the 𝗄𝗶H𝗶𝗲𝗹 status. So we do a lot for that because that's normal. We should all do this for normal. That should be, and that's our responsibility.
Absolutely. There's one thing I'm interested in. You know, most of the successful hoteliers are working with the hood, with the neighborhood, with the local artisans, and so far and so forth. Yeah. What about you? Are you doing that too?
You have to, otherwise you will not get the lot. I tell you an example. A part of a lot of one of our hotel is a part of the neighbors of a neighbor who is a farmer, yeah? And he is the famous farmer of the area with his bio chicken eggs. Of course, we do a cooperation with him that he gives us the lot for a very expensive price, I tell you. That's the reason why I don't tell you where this area was. But this is normal, yeah? We collaborate with all the infrastructure, farmers, bakers. We try to have the bio level very high in our hotels, and that makes sense. I think that on the first hand, maybe it seems to be from the operator side a little bit expensive, and of course you can do it more efficient according the price. But at the end, the guests love it. You can tell them a story. You have freedom with the neighbors. That's also very important. Everybody of you has a neighbor, and freedom with a neighbor is the most important thing, I can tell you.
Yes, I agree. Now coming back to some numbers, yeah. Hopefully it's not a big secret, but you have to know that we hoteliers, we talk about everything. We have no secrets, so just relax, you can tell us everything. What is the average, how many rooms do you have right now?
Almost nearly 300 rooms.
Okay, and what is the average room rate?
This is a very intimate question.
I know, that's why you're here.
But I'm an open person. So I can tell you the room average rate is about 80 to 90 euros, depending which season. I can tell you in this case that we did not have the chance with our hotels till now to show what the performance of the hotels are, because we started 2016-17. As you all know, the first 3 years are difficult, and then Corona, and now we have more problems. So the thing is, with the next season, and we see that at the moment at the booking numbers, I think that 2023 will be, hopefully for us all, I think, a normal year with a normal winter, hopefully a normal summer, and then I will tell you much more rates.
Okay, and what is the occupancy rate you go for?
The same, 80 to 90%.
90%,
yeah.
Okay. Yes, I got no cards left, but I have still 2 more questions.
Oh,
one question is, what about the snow? We're missing the snow, everything is getting worse. I know some investors who are still interested in leisure, ski leisure hospitality, to buy some assets, yeah, but one of the requirements is that they say the asset has to be above 1,600 meters, yeah, just to secure that there is at least some snow the next years. Do we have a plan B if there's no snow anymore?
I think yes, but maybe we should think on the plan B the next 10, 20 years. It will take time. On the other hand, if you have a look to America at the moment, or to North America, they have a lot of snow. So I think it will depend on which season we have and which weather forecast. If I would have a glass fair, I could tell you, and I would tell you, but I don't have it. So I think this winter theme, this is the most running question I'm asked always the same time in a year, now, just before Christmas. Will we have snow? What about skiing? That's so on. I think we will have skiing. The technology will go on with that we can do this. Of course, then it's an energy next thing to discuss about. But we will have snow the next 20 years. I think we will have it, so we can go for skiing. The next thing is that I see, in our case, with our 3 hotels, that we try to go for the next step, for the 4th hotel, 5th, 6th, in areas where they put a lot of money in infrastructure, that they can do a longer summer season. That means trekking roads for bikes. That means roller coasters. That means Thermen. And there, the ski areas, and I know them very well, they put a lot of money to have more entertainment, to do a longer summer season. And that's the first step. So generally, the holiday in the mountains will be more attractive in the future, even we have less snow, because there's more entertainment.
I got it. Another question which might interest some people here. Yesterday was the Super-G, and 𝗶𝗶𝗹𝗶𝗃 just was hitting the track with 146 kilometers per hour. Yeah? Is it always getting faster? Are the skiers poorer? Don't they have the abilities anymore? What's going on there? Is this a plan that people crash, or is it just by accident that once in a while something like this happens?
I think it is not a plan. It is not a plan, but it happens. The conditions in 𝗟𝗏 in Canada at the moment, and I watch the race, of course, I watch every race, they are very special. It's a combination of nature snow and snow made by the machine, and always, if you have this combination, let's say 50-50, then for the racers it's very, very difficult to handle her material. It's very fast, and the material is so high upgraded that it's getting faster. The course setting is always the same in downhill and in Super-G, but the guys are always faster. Yeah? That is the definition of development. Yeah? But what we cannot develop is our knees, our shoulders, our bodies. We cannot develop. We can make them as strong as possible, but we cannot make them stronger than the nature says to us. Of course, there are borders, and it's on the sport himself, on the material, on the companies itself, it's on the FIS, on the national federation to hold it down, because we will not see these awful pictures of big accidents. But as you see, we are at the limit. But Daniel, you are also on the limit. If I see you racing, you are on the limit. Trust me, you are on the limit.
Thank you. I take it as a compliment.
It was.
It was, okay, it was. Yeah, finally, that's it. The only thing, what I have to say at the very, very end, yeah, I really miss your dreadlocks. I really miss your Scottish kilt. And I miss, you've been the first one I ever saw it, your painted nails, fingernails. Do they come back again? You still got the hair, by the way. I don't.
The hair, at the moment, I see it now in a little bit short. It depends also on the product, Daniel, on the product. If the hair gets longer, then dreadlocks are always possible, even for you, Daniel. I can give you the best product ever. Yeah, I did that a long time. Painted fingernails and Scottish kilts.
This was at least 15 years ago, huh?
15 years ago, but it's still alive. I have the kilt, I have the nail lack at home, I have everything. So maybe I will do a comeback. It depends on time, yeah? You know, it depends on time. By the way, because you are asking me, we live here in this at least very, very, how should I explain? Very, very
fast changing time.
numbers and Excel dates related world. Everything should be very, very quiet, very slow down. You have to convince somebody. So if I come here with a kilt, with no underwear, because if you wear a kilt, you must not wear underwear. You know that? If you wear underwear, then you're not a real kilt wearer, okay? So no underwear, kilt, printed fingernails, rastered hairs. And then I tell you, in the last 3 years, I built up 3 hotels. I work together with property developers. We sell ourselves as property developers. Then the image is confusing, yeah? So with my outfit today, I think I'm still on the limit. Enough.
Okay. Rainer, it was a pleasure having you here on the podium. It was a nice talk, and let's go skiing. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Rainer Schönfelder. Thank you, 𝗹𝗄𝗆. Some of the images that came to mind, I don't want to repeat, I don't want to think about. But to sum it up, I think we can all sing, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. So good luck to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.